Welcome, guys, to Non-Canon. We're going to be explaining the Tekken story to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit of 7.
The little bit we know, at least.
Yeah. All right, Sano, you want to take us away?
I'll start us off.
Okay.
All right, so we can't really talk too much about Tekken unless I tell you who Heihachi Mishima is. Heihachi Mishima is a world-class martial artist, world-renowned. Also the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu, which, easy way to think of that is a company, the Mishima Company. We start off with Heihachi training his son Kazuya, and Heihachi gets irritated by the fact that Kazuya is weak. So in response, he decides to throw his son off of a cliff and says, if you really are my son, you will climb back up.
A1 parenting.
That's rude as fuck.
Oh yeah. Kazuya is able to survive because he has what's called the double gene. He inherited this trait from his mother. He survives the fall, he climbs back up. He is very understandably pissed at Heihachi and spends some time alone training and ready to exact his revenge. Once Heihachi learns of Kazuya's survival, he kicks off what is called the King of Iron Fist tournament. A tournament that takes warriors from around the world and pits them against each other in one-on-one combat for the opportunity to win a huge cash prize and control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Kazuya sees this as his way of exacting revenge and joins the tournament. He blazes through the competition, faces Daddy Dearest in the last round, and comes out on top. And decides that, in a very, very big bit of irony, to chuck his father off that same cliff that he got thrown off so long ago.
That's kind of messed up.
I really hope that Kazuya just, I got you, bitch!
Alright, so Tekken 2 is where we begin. So basically, we all know that Kazuya wins the tournament and then also gains control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. All that power and all that money goes to his head, basically. He begins doing all sorts of weird shit, experimenting on animals, building war equipment, just stuff that you wouldn't normally do when you are just like a new president. But anyway, basically he continued to spread influence of the Mishima Zaibatsu across the world, and this is where he meets June. June is another playable character, but basically, June did not back down from him. She wasn't scared of him. And, of course, the only logical thing for Kazuya to do is to have sex with her. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Heihachi survives that long fall in that ravine that he dropped Kazuya down so long ago. And, of course, he's pissed. Who wouldn't be? Obviously Kazuya was. But anyway, he went into some intense training to regain back the Zaibatsu, and instead of realizing why all this bad shit was happening to him, it's because he was a terrible parent. Of course he doesn't realize this. So Kazuya also announces the second King of the Iron Fist tournament because reasons. Nobody really knows why. He just decides to do it. And because of this, Heihachi sees this as an opportunity to regain the Zaibatsu back. Of course, he makes it all the way through all of the rounds, and he kicks Kazuya's ass. And of course, Heihachi learns from his mistakes, and instead of dropping him down a ravine or a cliff or wherever, he decides to drop him off in a volcano, an active one, not a sleep one, an active one.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Burn, bitch, burn!
Oh my god. So, through all this craziness, June is pregnant because obviously Kazuya put it down. So, realizing that there is the Mishima family is just beyond crazy, she decides to just take her shit and go. So, upon Kazuya's death, the devil gene just leaves. It goes after June and their unborn baby and just say, hey, I'm gonna take this body over. June says no, fuck you, and proceeds to fight him. She actually beat the devil gene. Excuse me. And as that's happening, Heihachi seems to restore the Mishima name that Kazuya soiled with his crazy animal experiments and picking fights with everybody.
Mostly animal experiments.
I'm pretty sure they pissed off PETA.
Who knew that he was a part of PETA?
Well,
This is a man who owns a bear. Heihachi also creates the Tekken Force, which is his own private army. He sends the Tekken Force to some ruins, and then you say Aztec ruins, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. Close enough to it.
Okay, to find an ancient fighting god, who was apparently sealed there for whatever reason. But after a while, the unit doesn't respond, so Heihachi sees that, and he goes and investigates himself. And then when he gets there, he notices all the carnage that has been brought upon his team or his army from Ogre, who was the deity that they were looking for. So Ogre's been awakened. He goes off trying to find the most powerful fighters that he can't find. At this point, June senses that Ogre is awakened, and it tells Jin, hey, if anything ever happens to me, go find your grandfather and just seek out what you need to seek out. What that is, we don't know yet. So, one day, June and Jin are attacked by Ogre. So she tells Jin to go and do as she says, but him being very stubborn stays behind and gets put on his ass.
That sounds about right. Just saying, that sounds about right.
So Jin wakes up to see that everything is burned down. Nothing but ash, soot, all that other good stuff. But his mom is gone. So he went to Heihachi, as she originally said, and he trained Jin to fight Ogre. The King of Iron Fist Tournament 3 is then announced as bait to bring Ogre out to the open.
Didn't Paul beat Ogre?
He did, but he left too soon, and Ogre transformed into his true form, and the tournament continued after that.
You are correct, because it was actually Jin who came in and beat True Ogre, and then Heihachi shot him.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I wouldn't say there's a good reason, but there's a reason behind it. Heihachi has been developing, or has been collecting samples of Ogre's blood and tissue, and his scientists discovered that the Devil Gene was needed to use them in a significant way. Being that, well, Kazuya is dead, Jin was the only viable option. But as he's getting ready to take Jin wakes the fuck up with the Devil Gene, kicks Heihachi's ass, sprouts wings, flies away.
Okay, this family has some serious problems,
This
man.
is awesome so far. I have no idea what the hell's happening in the story at this point.
Oh, God.
Just stay
Sano.
with me. We're only halfway done. All right. So a couple years after the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3, Heihachi stumbles upon a picture of what appears to be a burnt human figure and what may be wings coming out of his back. And he sees that and is like, holy shit, that's Kazuya. So he spends all of his time, all of his resources, anything that he can possibly do to find where this picture was taken. And his search leads him to the G Corporation. He sends a Tekken 4 squadron to raid a G Corporation laboratory, and Kazuya himself appears and stops the assault.
So...
Wait, what? I thought he was dead. He just said his charred body was his. He tossed him to a volcano.
Well, he was tossed in a volcano, but the G Corporation actually recovered his body and resuscitated it. Don't ask how. They brought him back to life in hopes that they would actually study his body for science reasons. And Kazuya, decides to lend his body to research because, on his end at least, he will be able to better understand the Devil Gene and learn how to control it and unlock its full potential. But of course, then the Tekken Force attacks.
The Fire Nation attacks.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Jin hasn't been seen or heard from since, Heihachi tried to kill him. He's very understandably pissed at Heihachi for trying to kill him, and he spends a long time devoting his time to learning karate as a way of unlearning the Mishima fighting style and severing his ties with the Mishima family. Heihachi then announces the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, which may or may not be an obvious setup, but Jin and Kazuya enter anyway. During the tournament, Jin and Kazuya are meant to fight, but when Kazuya actually shows up on the battlefield, Jin isn't there. So Kazuya just continues. He fights and beats Heihachi in the final round, and Heihachi then takes Kazuya to a building known as Hanmaru, where Jin, who was captured by the Tekken Force, was chained up and unconscious. The Devil Gene takes over Kazuya, and seeing this as a prime opportunity to take the Devil Gene from Jin, attacks Jin. But Jin wakes up, defends himself, and defeats Kazuya. Then Heihachi, being the badass as he is, decides to challenge Jin and gets his ass beat.
I just pictured just Heihachi just being drunk in that moment. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you do got wings. I'm about to beat your ass anyway.
3 hours later. Heihachi, Jin is about to deliver the final blow to Heihachi. He's about to kill him, but he sees an image of his mother.
He sees June.
And he instead opts to spare his grandfather's life. Jin, in typical fashion, then sprouts wings and flies off.
Typical fashion. Oh
He's done this twice now.
my gosh.
I think we all need to sprout wings and fly away.
Let's drink some Red Bull. Anyway, don't bring Nickelback into this. Anyway, after the fight with Jin, Kazuya and Heihachi wakes up basically like in an ambush by Jack robots. And while fighting them off, they're basically blaming each other for this ambush. And Kazuya's just like, fuck everything, I'm leaving. Bye. Heihachi gets distracted by Kazuya just leaving, and then he gets pinned down by a Jack robot that basically self-destructs, destroying Honmaru and presumably Heihachi along with it. We're assuming that Heihachi is dead, and because of this, somebody else is operating Mishima Zaibatsu behind the scenes. Enter Jinpachi Mishima.
Who?
Jinpachi Mishima.
First of all, is that another one?
Yes. Alright, Jinpachi is Heihachi's father. He was complete opposite of Heihachi. He was very kind, honorable, and treated Kazuya with love and respect, unlike Heihachi. So, in the beginning, before Tekken 1, Heihachi overthrew Jinpachi for control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and Jinpachi tried to regain control of the Zaibatsu, but Heihachi basically sealed him beneath Honmaru, and that's where Jinpachi starved to death, basically. But his body was possessed by evil spirit, which seems to be like a running trend in this game. And when Honmaru was destroyed by the Jack that self-destruct, it allowed Jinpachi to escape and basically regain control of the Zaibatsu. And so, of course, what Mishima does is launches the next King of the Iron Fist tournament, which this is number 5 in the series, in hopes that someone can put him out of his misery before this evil spirit within him gains full control. And obviously the one to do this is Jin Kazama.
Good boy, Jin.
Good lord.
Hey,
So now Jin is the leader of the Mishima. Mishima.
Mishima Zaibatsu.
And what does he do first as president? He decides to declare war on everyone, every sovereign nation, every country, whatever. By doing so, he puts this target on his back. So who decides to step in? Kazuya. And he decides to oppose him with the G Corporation.
I'm pretty sure he just wants to kill him.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, with Kazuya going after Jin's head, Heihachi is now back in action after being unconscious, or better known as knocked the fuck out. Since the destruction of Honmaru, Jin announces the King of the Iron Fist Tournament 6 to put them all in one place to take care of it once and for all. Meanwhile, in the Tekken Force, a high-ranking officer rebels against Jin, where this is where we meet Lars Alexanderson.
Right. All right. Here we go.
Check it out. Lars is actually Heihachi's illegitimate child, making him Kazuya's half-brother and Jin's uncle. Lars ends up teaming up with an android, Alyssa Boskanovich, and later on with the intelligent agent, Raven, who's also a ninja, to fight Jin and put an end to this madness. They tail Jin into a desert and come across Azazel, who is just ancient being born to rid the earth of sinful humanity.
Honestly, one of the most annoying bosses in Tekken history.
Sounds about right.
I would agree. So, essentially, Lars and Raven essentially beats Azazel, and Azazel self-destruct. They find Jin, who tells him his whole intention was to declare these wars, to create this negative emotion to prompt the creation of Azazel, and that he believed that in defeating Azazel, he can get rid of the Devil Gene. and freed the world from its evil influence. Just as he says that, Azazel comes back, and as soon as Jin sees him, he chases after him, and they get pushed into a chasm, and seemingly killing them both. Until Raven does eventually find Jean, and then he notices that he still has the devil gene tattoo on him, so it didn't actually work like he thought.
Too bad, so sad.
And so here we are. Kazuya and Heihachi are getting ready to put this little feud of theirs right on his head, and to make matters worse, Kazumi Mishima reappears. Kazumi Mishima is Heihachi's wife.
Oh my
There's
God.
another one. Heihachi's wife, making her Kazuya's mother, Jin's grandmother. She ain't having it. Mama Mishima's mad. She aims to stop the struggle between father and son, and if she were to fail, she has enlisted the aid of Akuma,
Wait, from Street Fighter, right?
the one and only.
What the hell? Big big motherfucker.
At this point, we don't know what else is going on. All we can do is wait for the game to come out and play that glorious looking campaign mode. I can't wait. This is
I am
incredible.
really excited. I hope everybody. I learned definitely a lot from listening from you guys.
There's too much happening.
Well, this is going to be the end of it. At least that's what Namco's saying. Don't look at me like that.
you know they lying. There's gonna be like an 8 or like a spin-off somewhere in between.
I
or
just think
after
this sets up Tekken versus Street Fighter real nice. Now that we know that those two are in the same universe, but
Damn, I forgot.
we hope you guys enjoyed the story and at least got you caught up to where you need to be to get ready for Tekken 7. So please leave a like, comment, share the video as well too, and please continue to support the Non-Canon crew. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.